Welcome in, everyone, to another recap of Ohio Bobcats hockey, courtesy of OhioBobcatsHockey.com. I'm Justin Sampson, joined alongside Ryan Boyd, as always, up here in the mezzanine in Bird Arena, here to recap the Bobcats weekend as they went into Penn State and really had an unfortunate go of it, falling to the Icers 5-3 and 7-1. Now, Ryan, we know this is a depleted team injury-wise. We know the defense is one of those units that's really been struck by injuries, but really it was a team that was kind of roughed up this weekend, and you saw the shots on goal reflected that as Teddy Dushkin got his money's worth all weekend long. Well,
Justin, we talked about it last week. This Penn State team is extremely good on offense. They're one of the only teams in the entire ACHA that may be as good as Ohio on the offensive end, and they showed it all weekend long. Combined in the two contests, Teddy Dushkin faced somewhere around 100 shots on goal, which is just unacceptable. There's no way that you can expect to win hockey games if your goaltender is being tested at that level.
Justin Kerchevel and Tommy Olczyk, those top two scorers for Penn State, really making their presence felt this weekend, undoubtedly fired up from the rankings that came out last week that named Penn State the #1 team in the nation, and really they played like it. Now you talk about the penalty minutes for Ohio. It's something that was kind of plaguing them all weekend long.
Well, Justin, not only are those two scores for Penn State really good, but even in that first contest, 13 different Penn State players received a point in that matchup. So they have all kinds of weapons. And this penalty thing that you talk about is absolutely crucial because the Bobcats had somewhere around 20 or 21 penalties this past weekend. And that means that Penn State spent the equivalent of 2 full periods on the power play, which means the Bobcats were a man down for that extent of time, which is, again, unacceptable because your goaltender is going to face the majority of his shots during those power play opportunities. So for 40 minutes over one weekend, Teddy Dushkin is facing that type of disadvantage. The Bobcats are going to find themselves in trouble more times than not, and that's what happened this weekend.
Now, on the flip side, Ohio has been working on their power play all season long when they've been on the man advantage, but this weekend actually giving up 2 shorthanded goals. That's something they really need to clean up from here on out if they hope to survive this long ACHA season.
Well, and Justin, this killed me all weekend long. I mean, I know the first game was 7-1. It wasn't really that close of a matchup. The Bobcats really just didn't play well, but that second game, Ohio was ahead 1-0 at the end of the second period. They had an outstanding opportunity to win the game, and when you give up 2 shorthanded goals, you really put your team in a bad position. And giving up not only that, but 5 goals in one period, that third period, that defensive play is just inexcusable. And that's really what cost the Bobcats that second game. They should have left Penn State with 1 win.
Just a matter of closing games, which can be difficult for a team that's really been decimated by injuries as this one has, but they'll get the chance to redeem themselves this weekend as they go into Davenport to face the #6 Panthers and the defending ACHA national champion before going to Oakland on Sunday to face the #16 Grizzlies. Be sure to stay tuned to OhioBobcatsHockey.com as Ryan and I will keep you updated all the way up until the puck drops this weekend against those two squads. And be sure to stay tuned during the entirety of that weekend as we'll keep you updated on all the happenings in the contest. But until then, for Ryan Boyd, I'm Justin Sampson from Bird Arena. This is Ohio Bobcats Hockey.